Happy 4th of July, everybody. It is the 4th of July. It is 11:56 a.m. Almost high noon. And the 4th day to fast, and it's been fun. I haven't tried to take any. I've tried consciously to not take anything with sugar in it, with carbs. Now I have had. I am drinking decaffeinated coffee, and I'm putting a little bit of just a little bit of half and half in that to color it and flavor it, and the milk sugar in it sweetens it. So I am doing that, but that's not giving me a whole boatload of energy. So I'm doing okay. But like I said with this fasting thing, if you're going to do multi-day fast, you have to figure out a scenario where you don't have to do a tremendous amount of physical activity. You should plan all your stuff as far as, cutting grass and doing laundry and all this other stuff. You should get that done before you start your multi-day fast. I'm sorry. Whew. And I'm very lucky because I've just found myself in that kind of situation. I got to do my laundry, but I can do that slowly. So that's going to work. So what do we got here? Well, what we got here is a realization that I have a thyroid problem, and I'm going to make steps to fix that. First off, one of the things I want to relate to everybody is I've been looking through YouTube, and I've been banging on about health, seeing about health, and seeing about what's not healthy to eat. And man, carbohydrates are just killing us. They're killing us. All the breads and the pastas and I mean all the good stuff. I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest about it. I love making pasta and just putting butter on it and pepper and salt. I love that. It's delicious. It's a good. It has to be like a name brand white pasta. It can't be wheat. It doesn't have the same taste. I love that. I love bread with butter. Oh my Lord, I don't want to get away from bread with butter, but I guess I can find some keto bread and try that. But so what I was doing was I was looking through the internet about the carnivore diet, because the carnivore diet is about eating mostly meat. It's actually about eating all meat and no plant-derived products. And one of the things I ran across was you're not getting enough sleep. Anyway, so one of the things I ran across was substitute pizzas for the carnivore diet. And I ran across some really amazing crust recipes, because predominantly the crust is the problem. The bread is the problem. So if you can replace that with something, I've seen pizza crust made with chicken pieces. I've seen pizza crust made with pork rinds and a variety of other cheeses and stuff that makes the dough, and then you cook it for like 20 minutes in the stove, and you wind up with a wonderful pizza crust that you can put anything on top of. And then you put that under a broiler, and it just comes out like a real honest-to-God pizza. I kind of had to stop watching these things because they're making me so damn hungry. I mean, some of these carnivore pizzas that have no bread in them. They have no bread in them. Look delicious. Amazing. So anyway, for about a year now, my throat's been kind of pitching a bitch at me. And as you can see in some of my videos, I have a deep furrow in my middle of my throat. It looks like somebody freaking punched me with their fist as hard as they could in my throat. Well, that's not really the middle of my throat's not the problem. The sides of my throat are the problem. That's my thyroid. So I'm going to take some steps on that, and I'm going to take some supplements. Now, number one that they said on the internet on YouTube was iodine deficiency. Iodine deficiency will create a whole host of problems, and you can get that. I don't know why, but apparently you can get that real quickly. Boy, I really did get enough sleep, did I? I slept from, I went to sleep at 2, but I slept till 9. But it was a broke up sleep. Anyway, so iodine seems to be the number one mineral that you're deficient if you're having these kind of throat soreness problems. So I went to GNC. Well, let's back it up a little bit. I was just looking for iodine. I figured, Walmart should have it. No, they don't. They don't. I was like, you don't have one iodine product in your store? What the hell? So I went to Walgreens because I figured, Walgreens, but they had even less vitamins than Walmart had. And so I said, well, boy, I might have to stop this video because I'm about to go to sleep. So anyway, I went to a place called the Vitamin Shop. And I went in there and I asked them, I said, do you have any iodine or thyroid? Oh, actually, I said, do you have any iodine supplements? She says, well, I think we only have it in thyroid supplements. And we got in a long discussion. And this lady was 63, 1 year younger than me. But she's trying to help her health. And I just unloaded all my information on top of her. I told her about Dr. Jemnadez and Dr. Sten Ekberg about nutrition and fasting. And I told her about the carnivore diet, about how people are actually saving their lives on the carnivore diet. It's amazing that a dominantly meat diet it's what we're supposed to eat. We're not supposed to eat a bunch of carbohydrates. So anyway, you can check that out on your own on YouTube. On top of that, we got Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke that has aspartame, which is poison. We have energy drinks and candies that have sucralose, which is poison. We have high fructose corn syrup, which is in everything that's sold. Every drink that has to be sweetened has high fructose corn syrup, and that's poison. That's been indicated in memory loss, which means it's attacking the brain, and it actually attacks the liver because the body cannot use fructose. It stores it in the liver until it can get rid of it, and it takes a long time for it to get rid of it. So if you keep consuming it, you're going to get a fatty liver. And we have children now who are getting a fatty liver. It's got to be coming right from the high fructose corn syrup in products like regular Coke and regular Pepsi. And you can't escape it by going with the Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi because they got aspartame in it, which is a poison. So anyway, back to the thyroid situation. So I was in there and she showed me several of they did have thyroid support supplements. And this is what I chose, which was thyroid support, because it had right on the front says contains iodine. Okay? So that's what I got. Because I was looking for anything that has iodine in it, because I'm so certain that this is a problem of mine that I want to get started right away on this, on the fast. But here's the thing. Anytime you're fasting, you got to be really super careful about any supplements you take, because they become way more powerful. You can actually poison yourself if you're taking medicines or insulin or supplements on a fast, because you're not eating anything. And so you got to be careful. So this thyroid supplement has a lot of ingredients in it besides the iodine. It has, let me get the other pair of glasses on because I'm going to need them to read this tiny ass writing. There we go. Alright, so this has iodine, 150 mcgs, which is 100% of what the government says you're supposed to have. But look, I've seen reports on the internet of people who are taking 50 times that amount, and it's not causing them problems. But you have to be careful. You can poison yourself with this stuff. You can't just go headlong into this. So anyway, so I can get 100% of my daily recommended dose of iodine from this. It also has vitamin B12. It has 150 mcgs, which it says here this is 6,250% of what the daily recommended requirement of vitamin B12 is. 6,000 times. 6,000%. So I don't think I have to worry about vitamin B12. It has magnesium, which has 48%. of the daily dose, zinc 91%. It has selenium, which is 364%. The selenium is another mineral that really is important in thyroid health because it supports your thyroid. But that's what's in the Brazil nuts that I eat. That's where the one gentleman posted in, thank you very much, about you got to be careful about how much selenium you take. So that's something I have to be worried about with these pills, is to take only what the dosage is on these pills. And while I'm doing that, I got to be careful about this. I'll tell you about this in a minute. So anyway, this has copper 22%, magnesium or manganese 87%, and molybdenum 111%. It also has L-tricine, Shinsandra powder, ashwagandha root powder, bladder rat powder, and kelp and cayenne pepper powder. Okay. None of those last ones have a daily recommended dose. This is manufactured by a company called Zoo, which is a Chinese name. It is based out of Park City, Utah, which is cute. This is probably a Chinese-made pill, which I said I'd never take, but in this case I'm going to try this one product to see what it does. I got to start working on my thyroid. I got to do this because, man, sometimes my neck feels like my head wants to come off. It's not, I don't have a headache. It's just my neck feels like somebody's got their thumbs in it like this. Okay, so I got this from the vitamin shop, and I thank the young lady there who I talked to. She's wonderful. She told me about her husband who has lost one of his kidneys, and he's so unhealthy, and she said that's probably because of all the sodas that he drank. She actually said that. That's probably because of all the sodas that he drank. And I would agree with her. I told her the story about my wife, about how she'd get better in the hospital. When she came out, she drank Diet Pepsi, and she ate potato chips. That was her sort of comfort meal, you know. And my wife was not my slave. She was not somebody that I ever harassed about her health. I understood that she was dealing with some really powerful mental demons that she got because her dad was a human nightmare when he was drinking, and he liked to drink. And she saw things that nobody should see. And she underwent things that no child should ever have to undergo. My wife was a survivor of alcoholic sexual abuse. And it affected her entire life. Anyway, she got worse when she got out of the hospital because she drank the Diet Pepsi, which had the aspartame in it, and it affected her brain. It interfered. What it did was it prevented her brain from healing. You know, if we had not been drinking any sodas, and if we had not if we had been on a carnivore diet, a strict carnivore diet, and we had been fasting, my wife would be alive today. I would be having her in my video next to me right now today. But we didn't do that. We didn't know that. So anyway, getting back to the thyroid thing. So I bought this from the vitamin shop. And I walked into GNC, and I talked to this guy before because I returned my creatine pills to this particular GNC in Fredericksburg. Now this guy is very knowledgeable and very helpful, and he's a wonderful GNC employee. And I knew if I asked him, he'd be able to tell me right away, because I don't want to go into these stores and go hunting through the shelves, and Jesus Christ, I can't barely see already anyway. And you know, there's a billion freaking labels, and they try to show you, they try to go, oh, well, we're putting it in alphabetical order, but then you go to another section and, oh, there's what I was looking for, and it was on another shelf, not in alphabetical order. So anyway, I went in and I asked the guy, and he was very helpful, and he says, hey, I think we got iodine. So here we go. It's iodine, baby. Outstanding. Now, I went on YouTube and I checked the guy who was he was taking iodine.
And he was talking about, I'm going to give you an update about my iodine experience. And he was taking liquid iodine like this, because I'm pretty sure this is liquid iodine. And he said that, well, it wasn't helping me much until I started taking a form of iodine that had 12.7 milligrams or mcgs of potassium iodide, and then 3 milligrams of naturally occurring iodine. He said once he started taking that, he really got an improvement in health, and those were pills. So I don't have either of those here. I'm going to go on the internet and I'm going to see if I can rustle me up some of what he was taking. So that's on a YouTube video. I'll link that in the description. So anyway, let's see what we got here. This is from a company called Codage. Codage is based in I think I saw it. Manufactured for Codage LLC. LLC is kind of concerning. 5628 Washington Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. So it's an importer essentially. This is probably Chinese made too. Okay, but I'm going to take their word for it. It's got iodine in it because I want to get some iodine. I want to get started on this. So here we go. Out comes the thing. Okay, nicely packaged in a nice box. It was let me see, that iodine USDA organic. So it's underwritten by the American USDA, which if you don't trust the government like me means nothing. But it is certified by the USDA, which it is wonderful. Okay. Contains high purity iodide sourced from the earth in the USA. Hey! Oh my God! Yes! Hell yes! Thank you. That's the sentence I wanted to see. Outstanding. I'm still going to try and take some of this and see what happens. But I probably won't buy any more of that, particularly if this works good. Contains high purity iodine sourced from the earth in the USA. As with any dietary supplement, consult your healthcare practitioner before using this product, especially if you are pregnant, nursing, or otherwise under medical supervision. Not intended for those under the age of 18. Keep out of reach of pets, children and pets. Take 1 drop, immediately followed with purified water, and swallow. Use once daily. This is 250 mcgs, 167% of your daily dose of iodine. So 1.5 times. Be aware that on YouTube, certain people are recommending 20 times that dose, which I'm never going to take. I'm going to work my way up in my dose. But they do say that as a general rule, you have to go nuts with this stuff to poison yourself, okay? But iodine poisoning does happen, so you got to be aware of it, okay? But I'm going to go slow. As soon as I hang up this, well, actually, you know what? Screw this. How about this? Let me go get some happy-ass Deer Park water. I'll be right back. Okay, I got my wonderful Deer Park water. Oh yeah, baby, sweet. Couldn't live without this stuff, man. I gotta tell you, I just wish it was in. I mean, I say this, but I don't want. I enjoy the convenience of plastic, but I just wish that they would use a plastic that we don't have to worry about. All right. So, the start of the iodine situation. Alright, it says take 1, and I'm going to take 2. I can't take this today because I already took a magnesium, zinc, and one other mineral pill. So I don't want to
I don't want to push that issue, because what's going to happen is I don't want to kick my kidneys out or my liver out, you know. Like I said, you got to be careful. I mean, your kidneys and liver keeps you alive, you know. You don't want to dose them with something and suddenly bang, you're not alive, you know, or you got to spend $500,000 for a kidney transplant. All right, so here we go. Let's see what this shit looks like. First off, all we got to do is, there we go. Let's mix this shit up. Okay. All right, here we go. It said one, and then drink. One drop. There's that. Okay, there's one drop right there. Still tastes bad. Yeah, they put a little bit of, okay. Triple distilled water, other ingredients, triple distilled water, organic vegetable glycerin, and citric acid. They want to sweeten it up. It's a little bit sweet. I don't see any carbohydrate loading on this, but that's okay. Alright, so there's that. Do one more dose here in a minute. Pushing it all the way down. I even got a milli thing here on the side. Okay. Alright, that's it. That's all I'm doing today. We'll see how my neck. We'll see a big change, I think, tonight when I do my exercise, if my shoulder doesn't hurt. We'll see. Alright, so that is 3 times the amount of iodine that the government says you're supposed to have. Something I think, and I can't prove it, but what I think is that there's some sort of mechanism in all of the garbage food we eat. Man, I've eaten carbohydrates my whole life, and look, I've loved them. I'm not going to complain about that. I mean, I love my pizzas, but those pizzas, those carnivore pizzas, when they make the crust and they cook it in the oven for 20 minutes and then they flip it over, and this guy was making his crusts. He said you can make these in advance, you can freeze them, and you can have them anytime you want, you know. And they're not cauliflower crusts. They're actually just amazing looking pizzas, man. The pizzas he made were amazing looking. Oh my God, I looked at the pizza and said, oh, dude, can you please just reach one of them pizzas through that screen of my TV and give it to me, please? Now look, you make a pizza, now they say you can't use tomato sauce on it. Predominantly because there's carbohydrates in tomato sauce. I mean, any commercially made one's going to have it. Now I'm thinking you can get pureed tomatoes and make your own sauce, but just not use a lot of it. And the cheese is carnivore, the meats is carnivore. I mean, you could bang that sucker up with carnivore with the meats. And one thing I do like about, I like onions. I don't think I can get away from onions, but I can always use, you know, just enough onions to put on the pizza. So you're talking about a massive, wonderful meats pizza made with a carnivore crust that's healthy for you, instead of something that's going to make you go blind and put weight on you and put kill your liver and kill your kidneys and make your blood sugar explode. So anyway, so we took care of this. We got this done. All right, so this right here was $28.42. Okay, that's that supplement. Now, I am going to take that, but I'll take one tomorrow. Okay, and I'll take these. Like I said, I'm going to take these apart. I'll take this like probably when I go to sleep, and I'll take this probably when I get up.
and I don't want to say, I don't want to lie about this, but it's a psychological thing. It can't have acted that quick. There's no way that 2 doses of iodine can act that quick. But my neck feels a little bit better. But that's psychological. That's not that. But that's promising. Yeah, I'll take psychological. Anyway, so we're attacking the thyroid. We're doing the fast. I'm going to be eating mostly carnivore diet, but those carnivore pizzas look amazing. Put in carnivore pizza in YouTube and look at the pizzas they make. Oh my God! I'm like, oh, look at that. I'm like, this looks better than what I can buy at the store. Now, the guy who made the pizza I'm talking about had 2, they call them stones. They're oven stones. And you put this, it's just a flat, square brick. It's about that thick. It's only about a 1/4 inch thick. You put it in your oven on top of the rack, and he had 2. He had 1 top, 1 bottom, and that's what he made his pizzas on. And what this does is it makes a nice crust on the bottom. It's really, and it actually saves you money because it intensifies the heat in the oven. The oven doesn't have to work as hard because there's a heat collector in the oven, and they're brilliant. I'm gonna go get me 2. I don't know where I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. I'll probably get them off the internet. So anyway, this was 28.42, and we'll move on to what this was. So this was from the Vitamin Shop, okay? This was from the Vitamin Shop, and this was from GNC, which I'm going by there. There's a GNC. I went by 3 GNCs. When I was looking for that creatine. I'm going to go to the one in Richmond. I'm going to grab the iodine they have there. Now, I'm going to become an iodine-aholic because the symptoms of a lack of iodine is brain fog and hair loss, which I don't care about, and what the hell was the other 2 he said? The swollen neck. God darn it, that's really what I'm trying to fix is my swollen neck. And there was one other thing that he said. I can't remember it, which figures, huh? Brain fog, swollen neck, and something else. But anyway, I had all 3. And I was like going, damn it, I need to get on this, and we need to see what's going to happen. So anyway, made in the USA, baby! Made in the USA! I can't believe I found something made in the USA. Oh, that's so cool, man. Codage. Thank you, Codage. Thank you, GNC. All right, so what do we got over here? Well, we got krill pills, triple strength krill pills. Now, this is distributed by General Nutrition Corporation out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This says Superba Boost. It says it has Superba Boost Krill Oil capsule. Now this has the capsule is made of gelatin, sorbitol, which is a sweetener, glycerin, cellulose, sodium alginate, medium chain triglycerides, which is actually, I believe that's the krill oil, and oleic and stearic acids. Has no sugar, no starch, no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, no preservatives, sodium free, no wheat, gluten free, no soy, no dairy. Okay? Enteric coated to help control fishy burps, guaranteed. Purified to reduce contaminants such as heavy metals, dioxins, and PCBs. This is certified, purified. This, I don't know if this, I doubt if this is made in China. This is probably sourced out of the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean, and they process the krill oil and they probably package it in America, or they might package it in China, I don't know. But this was on sale, and I take krill oil every day. This was on sale. This is originally, let's get to the receipt. This was originally $29 $29.99. Well, this was $20.99. It was 33% off. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give them a shot. I'm going to try. Now, I know that Mega Red sells a triple strength krill oil, and it's really good. But Mega Red's a piece of shit the way that they label their packages, and I hate your guts for it, Mega Red. God darn it, you got to be honest when you sell us shit. Their fish oil looks exactly like their krill oil, looks just exactly like everything else they sell. And they'll sell you a combination fish oil krill oil pill. All they got to do is put a drop of krill oil in fish oil, and they can say, "Oh, well, this is krill oil and fish oil." So I don't trust you, Mega Red. It's like I don't trust you, Mega Red. I'm not going to buy you. But anyway, so this looks like the same product, but it's through GNC. Now you got to be careful with GNC. But this was on sale. And it is krill oil, so I'm going to trust GNC that they're actually selling me krill oil. And it was 2/3 what it normally costs. Okay, so I bought 4 of these. And in the process of buying those 4, I saved, where is it? GNC. You saved $59.68. And I bought 4 of them. Now what I'll do is I'll use my Cory krill oil. I'll take 2 of those, and then I'll probably take 2 of these, and it'll extend my Cory krill oil. I'll always buy, as long as I don't hear a report that Cory krill oil is trash or that the company's trash, I will continue to buy it because we saw the benefits from it with my wife. Her blood pressure lowered. She could get off her blood pressure medicines. The doctors were freaking out. And then, of course, she talked to her sister and said, "I don't like that. I wouldn't take that." And my wife was, for all intents and purposes, a puppet of her sister. So, in any case, her sister convinced her to stop taking them. Immediately, her health started going downhill again. But I know the krill oil works. That genuine krill oil works. I'm sorry that my head's tilted sideways here, but, I'm looking at the screen and it looks like, here we go. There it is. There it goes. So this is what I bought today. I went out and I wanted to get on this right away. I wanted to take care of this right away because I'm very sure that this neck issue I'm having is thyroid. Now they say if it goes on long enough, you can do permanent damage to your thyroid, and I'm pretty sure, thanks to all the carbohydrate loading I've done for the last 64 years, and thanks to the terrible food they're feeding us, and thanks to us just not having the information, that I have done some permanent damage to my thyroid, but we'll see. And I'll keep you updated as to how this works. I am so jacked and so happy that this Cotage iodine is sourced in America. When I was looking at iodine, we have the iodine drops, and for a fleeting millisecond, I had the absolute stupidest idea on the planet of maybe taking 1 iodine drop, but that's poison. That shit's poison. You can't do that. You got to get food grade stuff. Don't try to take a shortcut. The cost of a shortcut is you kill one of your organs in your body, and you have to have a transplant, and you have a lifelong life of misery. Don't do it. Same thing with any supplement you take. Gotta be careful. All these supplements can hurt you. All of them, if you take too much. The body's not indestructible, So anyway, that's where we're at. It's day 4 to fast. I am completely wiped out. I'm just completely wiped out. I'm in a pretty good state of mind. I'm probably I may go get a
decaf coffee with a little bit of creamer in it. And I may not. I may just relax, and hopefully, it's a strange thing with this. When I drink Deer Park water, it seems like the water washes out nutrients inside my body, and my blood sugar comes up, and my energy level comes up, and I feel pretty good again. So that's why I drink so much Deer Park water. Now you have to be careful, because you can run out of electrolytes, and that's something you got to be worried about, especially if you're doing physical activity. So anyway, I just wanted to give you this update. I'm kind of excited. I'm very, very happy to have some American-made iodine on board, and I'm going to start taking it. And that 2-dose you saw, that'll be as much as I take it at. And then like 12 hours later, I'll take one of these thyroid support pills, which will give me my selenium and all that, supposedly. We'll see. And this krill oil will help extend the krill oil that I already have. So anyway, this was a long video. I'm sorry. I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July. Please go out and have some fun. God bless you, and we will see you on the next video. Peace. Oh, by the way, it's something I say at the end of all my videos. God is in the room with you right now. He's right next to you. His presence is right there with you. And if you need some help, all you got to do is ask him. And you're never alone. And that's what the other creature would tell you, is that you're alone. You're never alone. You've always got help. You've always got his hand on your shoulder, even though sometimes you just don't feel it. So ask God for help if you need help. He's right there. The help might not come in the way you expect it, because God works in incredible ways that you can't ever imagine. But ask God for help, and he'll help you. God bless you, folks. Have a wonderful 4th, and we'll see you in the next video.